After creating the socket instance, what we have to do is we have to create a server first. Okay. In order to create a server, we have to do the following steps. First one is to import socket module. Then you have to create a socket object and you have to get a local machine name and you have to reserve a post for your service. After reserving a port for your service, you have to bind to that particular port that you have reserved. Okay. Then you have to wait for client connection for some time. Then you have to establish connection with the client. After establishing the connection with the client, you have to close the connection. So these are the steps that you are using to create a server. So now we are going to create a server. So you have seen the steps to create the server. Now I am showing the codes how to create a server here. In the first, let us focus on importing the socket modules. Okay, so here you're going to import the socket module. Okay, import socket. Then you're going to create a socket object. Yes, this is what you're in this step you're going to create the socket object here. Then you're going to get a local machine name. Okay, so that is host equal to socket dot get host name. So this method helps you to get the local machine name. Okay, then you have a port. Okay, you have to reserve a port here for your service. So that's what you're doing here. That is port 1235 is the port that you're going to reserve for your service. Then you're going to bind that port by using s.bind method. Okay, so this is the step where you're going to bind to the port. Then you have to wait for the client connection. Since you're creating a server, you need to wait for the client connection. So s.listen is the method that helps you to wait for the client connection. Then you have to, after establishing the connection with the client, you have to proceed further. That is, so in these steps you can see what all is happening here. So while true, you have to keep it as a true condition. Then you are going to establish the connection with the client. Then you have to close the connection.